Welcome back to Briggs on Books, our international talk show where we talk to authors from all over the world. And also, we talk to people who can help you get your book published, from editors to coaches to cover artists, things like that. A lot of you out there, I know you're writing, trying to finish writing, but sometimes you need a little help to get across the finish line. You need somebody to say, put that pencil down and let's get it published. But then there's a whole another job after that you must undertake. And to that end, we've asked an expert in who not only has done it, he got a book published, but he also helps others get it published. Joseph Patrick Fair is an author and coach. Welcome, Joseph.
Hey, Mike. Well, it's my honor to be on your show. Excellent to come on and talk about writing and writing coach and helping your listeners get their idea and take it to a book and have that day where they get to see it in print.
Now, where are you located right now, Joseph?
I'm in Southwest Michigan. I'm about an hour and a half east of Chicago, Illinois.
Now, does it rain there or snow there?
Snowing. Typically this time of year it's 20 degrees and we have 2 feet of snow. It's been mild this year, so we're doing okay here in Michigan, but typically it's very cold here.
Yeah, now that we also had we had almost a half an inch of rain. That's almost our whole year. So
yeah, I saw that storm come in on the weather. Yeah, you guys are getting hammered.
Yeah. Now, tell me, you heard what I was saying during the introduction. There's so many people who are really, working and writing. And how does one know when to stop?
Well, you have a good idea and you find a coach and you start a shared Google Doc and you experiment with different ideas. And then when your book is done, when you got a concise 3 acts, if you're writing fiction, for example, concise 3 acts, 60,000 words or so, then it's time to send it up to a editor, proofreader, and maybe get a cover designed and whatnot. Yeah. And then hopefully the next step is traditional publisher, self-publish, or hybrid publishing, which is probably the best bet for the first author. I can help people navigate all 3 of those venues and get their idea and turn it right into a book.
Now, the number one struggle I hear from prospective authors, these are people who have never been published, not those that have got a couple of them out, but they've got this big pile of pages and words and just don't know how to get to the end. Can someone like you help them maybe get it written or get it written to the end, or can you point them to somebody?
Yeah, no, I can help them out. It's this simple with modern technology. Somebody takes that, they type it into a Google shared doc. As long as I have somebody's email, they send me their email, we set up a shared Google Doc. They throw in their ideas, I work on it a little bit. I may take that Google Doc and just tune it up and get the story so that it reads well. Mm-hmm. And then the very next step is to have somebody go through with software and proofread it, spell it, check the grammar and all that. And then typically you have a discussion, is this book going to sell the best to be self-published, traditional publisher, or hybrid? You have to ask people about their goals. And then from that step forward, I can step them right through. I have an expert with proofreading. I have an expert that does book marketing and advertising and all that. So if they come to me, they sign up for coaching. I can get them from idea stage to publication, and it's relatively cheap, $500 to $1,000.
That's great. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I do it mostly for the love. I have to have some for my time, but mostly for the love. People go to www.josephpatrickfair.com. They go to my website, just fill out information there, and I'll get back to them.
Yeah. Now, for our viewers, for authors who need a little help just getting across the line, we have Joseph's website there on the screen, josephpatrickfair.com. And what do they find there when they go to your website, Joseph?
When they find, they're going to find information about me. They're going to find out that I had an experience being a police officer, firefighter. I retired from that. Then I wrote a fiction novel. They'll also see some of my writing at Heart of Hollywood magazine, Oneness magazine, and Heroes Media Group. I wrote a beautiful story addressing post-traumatic stress disorder there. They'll see a mixture of podcast, writing, and my experiences, and hopefully they feel that I'm qualified to coach them through and get them from an idea of a book to a finished product.
And Joseph, I was so excited to talk to you about this whole coaching thing, because I told you before we came on the air, you're the perfect guest we're looking for, because we have so many viewers who are just almost there, just need a nudge or something. But I neglected to mention the book. It's up on the screen between you and I there, To Die a Hero.
Yeah, To Die a Hero, End of Watch 1. I'm right now, that's my second book. I have first book, second book, third book right now is an outline. It's going to be a series. It's basically the three segments of the same story. Third book is in final stages right now to go to publishing. And most people are nervous when they have their idea. Will my idea sell? Is it marketable? All that stuff. The answer to all those questions are really this simple. Any story that's decent can be tuned up, and you could hire a ghostwriter and get it up to par. And then really the next step is to design the book cover, come up with a marketing plan. I've been doing this now for 10 years, so I have experts in each step of the thing. All people really got to do is come to me with an idea, preferably a Google Doc or something in a Google Doc, and I can get them to the finished product. And it could take as much as a year. Yeah. Some people, it could be done in 90 days, but I like to say a year. Bring me an idea, and a year later, I will put a book in your hand.
It's interesting, the technology where it is today. I always imagine you write a book, you got the stack of pages, and you put it in a shipping thing and ship it off to a publisher. But yeah, Google Doc, we use that in our business, and you write the doc and anybody can look at that you share it with from their own computer. That's fascinating technology.
Yeah, the technology makes it easy. Anybody listening anywhere in the world, hopefully you know enough English, or I will go to Google Translate and I will figure out how to communicate with you, whatever language you have. But that Google Doc is so beautiful. Yeah. I've helped so many people get even a magazine article done. They throw their idea in. I work with them for a little while. I figure out where it should park on the internet, and then I get them to publication. Typically, I try to get people three or more digital assets to start their writing career, transition them from whatever they're doing now into an author.
Should people be embarrassed to show you their work? Do you think that people might hesitate?
There is no shame, and no matter how rough the story is, if there's life experience that they were affected by a experience, the quality can be put in. So it doesn't matter how rough the story is, just bring me a story. I've got proofreaders, editors, ghostwriters. We will tune that up and bring it up to what I like to call 98%. I'm a touch of a perfectionist. 98% good enough. We'll get it to a publisher and get it published. So really all somebody's got to have passion, a good story, and willingness to work with me 90 days to possibly 12 months to get the book in the market.
When I finished up grad school and submitting my thesis, and the professor kept saying, oh, you got this passive this, and this grammar this, and this grammar that. I was so embarrassed. I just didn't know what she was talking about. And but that's where a guy like you comes in. That's your job, to help them find it. We're not an expert on grammar. We're an expert on our story.
Yeah, I have all different software on my computer, but Grammarly is probably the best one I have. And I can take anybody's passive writing and tune it up to the next level, assertive or neutral. I can take anything that somebody's got that's maybe a little clunky, the story is not formatted properly. I can take software and tune that up. And then that final stage of formatting the book. And then Mobi is probably the best for Kindle to upload it to to make a Kindle. I have the software to do that also, so the Kindle will look proper when it's published.
Yeah, I guess in the olden days, or we always had a dream of sending our book to Simon and Schuster and getting a $1 million advance or something like that. But isn't it mostly done because of the technology? Isn't it mostly self-published these days?
The technology has changed, and the idea of self-publishing, traditional publisher, or this hybrid thing, really, people have the choice. If they're in a hurry, the self-publishing is the way to go. If they have a little bit of time, the hybrid is probably the very best way to get a book in the market. And then if for whatever reason a traditional publisher won't touch them, then you go to Amazon, Kindle Direct Publishing, and you can upload a manuscript there. It's relatively inexpensive, relatively easy, and it would be a print-on-demand book. It wouldn't necessarily be a lot of copies at the bookstore, but the bookstore could still get a copy to anybody that walks in. But the technology is incredible nowadays, and it's pretty easy. If you have a coach and an idea, you can have a book in a year.
Yeah. I always say you don't want a coach who's been through this once. You want a coach who's done it over and over and over and helped a lot of people. And I think that's where Joseph comes in.
I have about 60 different assets in my link tree of projects I've worked on, different people, and helped tons of people. And I can help anybody. They just need to be patient and have an idea.
By the way, we have your Instagram on the screen too, joseph.fair.5264. But where should someone start just getting a dialogue with you? Should they go to your website?
Go to the website, put in your name and email and all that, and send me a message. I'll shoot a message back to you. Email is the very best for me. If people want to reach out on either LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram, they could send a message there too. But really, the website is the best. Once we get a message going on the website, then I will open up a Google Doc, start a shared Google Doc, and then I'll schedule a Zoom call with them. And we'll sit down and have a very simple, fun discussion about their dream. And then I will step them through the processes from their book idea to a finished product.
Joseph, I'm so happy to have talked to you because I know so many of our viewers, this is what they need. You're the answer. So we are really past time. Sorry, you're too fascinated. I can't stop. But any last thoughts you want our viewers to know?
Well, I would tell people that mindset is the secret to sticking with any project. A book is a long project, and often having the right person that you can bond with, you feel comfortable with, and that makes it fun. That's like the secret to bringing a book to the market. If people connect with me, I will make it fun. It'll be exciting. You'll look forward to it, and you'll be super proud the day the book hits the bookstore.
That is great. And Joseph, I'm going to leave your book cover and your contact information on the screen for a few minutes so our viewers, if you want to run, get a pencil and write it down, it's there. Thank you, Joseph.
Mike, it's been my pleasure. Anytime you want to have me back, just...
We will. I need to have you back over and over.
Yeah, we'll do this over and over anytime you're available.
Great. And we'll be back with more Breaks on Books right after this.